Aqua. I promise you, you won't be disappointed with that. That is a big customer pick. Okay, now we're gonna move right along and we're gonna talk Campitos Turquoise, and we're gonna talk about the necklace that I'm wearing, which we're down to about 150 of the necklaces. This is that color they call blue ice. This is the color that dreams are made of in turquoise. Okay, 150 of the necklaces. I'll give you all the specifics in a moment. You have the inlay, cornrow inlay crossover ring, which is 134. And then the earrings could be the best of all, the best part of this collection. And these earrings are so affordably priced, Jay. And in this, we're getting that larger piece of Campitos. Right.
You know, and just so everybody knows, you know, and you're probably saying, well, Jay, I thought you said that we're running out of Campitos. You have to understand, these were designed over a year ago, okay? So at that time, I had more rough, and that's when I committed to the rough material. Today, to be honest with you, if you asked me to make the earrings or that pendant, I couldn't do it. Right. I could maybe do the ring, but I don't even have enough material to do the heart, cornrow heart pendant there that you see, and there's no way I don't have the big material to be able to cut the big cabochons for the earring. So you have to understand, these were designed over a year ago. They were made over 8 months ago, maybe even 9 months ago, is when we committed to this and committed to the order and committed to making this. And you're just seeing them now for the first time. So pretty unique. I love that crossover ring. When you look at the technicality, it's like a puzzle ring, right?
Oh, it is.
It is really, really cool. If you think about the skill, the art, you know, that is required to produce that, then again, the uniqueness of this turquoise. This turquoise is high, clear robin's egg blue.
Oh, Jay, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to show the earring really quickly because we have 50 earrings left.
Yeah, and look at the size of these cabochons, okay?
That's the thing. If you want
that's
this,
the thing. You have to have a big piece of material.
It's solid
and
silver.
These are all those are all cut from big natural nuggets of the material. We've just now, we're running down, we just have a little bit of the Campitos left. We don't have a lot, and everything's pretty much virtually been spoken for as far as projects for the rough that we have left over.
50 earrings left in the turquoise, so 50 in that Campitos, 50 of the pendants. The pendant, by the way, is 26 to 29 and a half inches, so it's adjustable. 26 to 29 and a half, and it's on a double chain. And that is cornrow inlay in both the pendant and the crossover ring. And Jay, you have a handful of artisans who can even do this technique, right?
Well, you know, with the cornrow, you think about it, okay, it's not flat inlay, it's three-dimensional inlay. So they actually, the silversmith in this case, normally what it is, we cut the stones and then the silversmiths actually build the design, silver design around the, whatever it is, the turquoise or the cabochons or whatever we've cut. In this case, the silversmith, in this case, built the heart design. They were custom made and then given it to the lapidarist, and they actually inlay. There's no two of these that'll be identical, right? They're all done by hand. They cut the pieces of turquoise. They only take the high clear blues, and then they literally take tweezers and they inset those. They have a little Dremel, diamond Dremel, and they grind them and they put them together like a puzzle. But because they're put together one at a time by hand, there's no two that will be totally identical. It's going to be that shape. It's going to have all the different cuts. It's going to have all the different inlay. But if you compare them side by side, every one is uniquely different in its own right. That's because they're custom made. They're all custom made one at a time by different lapidarists. Not just one guy sits there or one woman sits there and makes it. It's done by a group of artisans that have the ability